We are going to trace the shirt pattern, the checks fabric. First I pinned the mid line of your checks, then I kept on fold. Maximum bigger patterns we have to trace first, so I took back on fold, then I traced all three sides, then I'm going to cut, then front part, then sleeve, then whatever leftover small components we are going to cut. So on fold, cut one, this is fabric, so we finished cutting back part. Now we are tracing front part. Avoid selvage. Now we trace front. So we completed cutting two front part. We have two front. Off பண்ணிடுச்சேன். Now we are going to trace sleeve part. We have to match all the mid part with the stripes. So first I pin the mid stripe, then I am going to keep the pattern on fold. I am going to trace outer line of the sleeve, so only the yoke part will get matched. After that, after cutting, we are going to mark the placket length and all. Then if it's pleat or something is there, we have to mark the detailing. So we finish cutting one sleeve. So we have finished cutting another sleeve. Next we are going to cut yoke part. Cut yoke part. Now we cutted yoke part 2 pieces. Make sure this mid part should match with the mid part of the sleeve. Mid yoke should match with the mid part of the sleeve thing. So only that is a correct matching. When you're cutting itself, in your pattern, you make a mid notch, then you trace it so that the midpoint of both sleeve and yoke will meet correctly. This is very important, matching yoke and sleeve part. Now we are going to trace the cuff part. We are finished collar cutting. Now we are going to cut cuff part. Cuff we want 4 pieces. Now we are going to cut another 2 pieces of cuff. So we got 4 pieces. Now we're going to make components. First we are going to see cuff making. First we have fused this. Now I am going to stitch with a distance of 1/4 inch. Seam allowance is 1/2 inch all 4 sides. We are going to close the M part. We have 2 cuff. Now we are going to close all 3 sides. This side should be open where we aimed. Start a back tack, stitch next to fusing part 1 mm away because we used oven fusing. One cuff we finished. Make sure the down part and the top check should be matched. Align it like that. We are going to chop the excess. Only 1/4 inch should be left. This is cuff making and turn and iron. After this, only 1/2 inch should be there. Rest you can chop it, cut it. Now we are going to see collar making. We completed cuff making. Now we are going to see collar making. Now we are going to start collar making. First, this is collar band or stand, we can say. Fold this. The seam allowance of 1 inch. Now we are going to make a top stitch M closing, 1/4 inch stitch. Now we are going to do collar. Make sure while cutting the collar, both should meet properly. This checks, both checks. So we fused already. We are going to close all 3 sides, leaving one side raw edges. All 3 sides we are going to close. This side raw edges should be left. Now we are going to close the collar. While doing the corner points, you can keep thread insertion. Take 3 or 4 strands of thread, insert in between the 2 layers. Now we are going to skip the thing. Thread is this, needle is like this. You have to jump the thread. Make sure whether the thread have catch. So it's catch. Bring it to right side. This is thread insertion techniques at corner points. Where and only want sharp corners, you can use this technique. So we chop the excess quarter only should be left. We are going to turn the collar. You can see sharp points. After that you can remove the thread. Now we are going to iron. After iron we are going to make a top stitch, quarter, top stitch, the distance of quarter. And coming to corner points, pivot the needle, keep the needle inside the fabric, turn. Now we are going to sandwich the collar between the two layers of band. Make sure the fuse part and fuse part should match. We fused at collar, we fused at band part. Make sure both should match like this. Fused and fuse should get matched. First we are going to fix fuse part with the collar. Stitch next to the fusing. Now we are going to keep the under layer of this unfused pan. So you can see all the checks are matching because we cut like this. Our finished collar making. Now we are going to chop inside. Now we are going to attach the yoke part. Find the midpoint of the two yokes and center back. We are going to match all the notches. Then we are going to make a 1/2 inch distance stitch, so that the yoke part will attach with the back. We are going to iron. Iron this. We are going to make a top stitch. We are going to make a top stitch. We have matched the yoke lines and the sleeve lines. We are not matched this two. We are concentrated on yoke part and the sleeve part. So don't bother about this matching. Front placket. We are going to use French placket. French placket, whatever placket width, double times. Fuse it at second folding. Then we are going to again iron. We are going to make a quatrain stitch. The French placket is otherwise called as floating placket. We are going to make quatrain stitch. Now we are going to do a French placket, front left side. I made a quatrain stitch. French placket is otherwise called as floating placket. When you turn it at right side, it will float. Rest all the placket will fix with the layer. Whereas in the French placket, it will float. Same way the raw edges will be secure inside. This is the speciality of French placket. Now again we are going to make a quatrain stitch for balancing. We completed left side placket, buttonhole placket. For men's it will come at left side. For ladies it will come at right side buttonhole placket. Now we are going to see button placket. We have folded off an inch, again 1 inch. We are going to make a edge stitch. Now we are going to do a button placket. We have folded off an inch, again the placket width. If you are taking 1.5, it should be minimum 1 mm to quatrains less under placket. So I end like this. I am going to make a edge stitch. Maintain the width of the placket proper. We should not use a fusing. Just fold on the iron and make edge stitch. Going to attach front part with a back yoke. Make sure the line should match properly. stitch at quarter. So make sure this should be we attach one layer, leaving the inside layer we are not attaching. We are attaching at the top layer of a yoke where you made a top stitch. Now we are going to use rolling technique. So the back and the front part we are roll it, then we are going to bring the another yoke inside this front and back. We are going to stitch through the neckline. We are going to take it out. Maintain the opening seam allowance. So we completed. We have sandwiched the yoke part in between the front and back. Now we are going to take it out. So that this will get sandwiched. We are going to make a edge stitch here, quarter inch or edge stitch, top stitch. Stitch at the yoke part of a front, quarter inch top stitch. For balancing, because back side we made a quarter inch top stitch, same thing we are going to do at front. Now we are going to see making of pocket. First you have to fuse it. Top leave off an inch, again the width of the pocket mouth. Fuse it on the third, 1, 2, 3, third thing. I use oven fusing. Then fold the half an inch, again the mouth width. Now I am going to make a edge stitch, closing the pocket mouth. We finish the pocket mouth. After that we have to keep the template of the pocket. Then we have to iron, so all the seam allowance will get inside. After ironing we are going to patch the pocket. This is patch pocket. Make sure the line should meet, stripe should meet properly. From the placket, according to the size, the pocket position will change, 2.5, 3, like that. I am taking 2.5 from here, 8. After that, mark the line, mark the points so that it won't move. Start from inside. Quarter inch inside. Make sure no pleat. Edge stitch. We attach the patch pocket. You can see the lines is matching. You have to take care on this. The check should match. So we completed attaching the patch pocket. Now we are going to see sleeve placket. Now we are going to do sleeve placket. We are doing under placket. Like bound seam, we are going to fix this 1 mm more downside, 1 mm automatically it will be less on top side. We are going to sandwich this. We made a V clip. We are going to insert the strip. Under placket, no need of matching stripes. When you are coming to top placket, it should be matched. Same thing we are going to do in another placket. Make sure it should be in mirror image. The smaller placket should be at smaller side. The wider side should be a bigger placket. So we completed down placket, under placket. Now we are going to see top placket. Now we are making dog house. So we have completed pointed placket. We made a dog house. Dog house is nothing, making cross on the placket. Another side we are going to do. Now we are going to attach sleeve part with the yoke armhole part. We match right part of your sleeve, right part of your shirt, front and back. We made a mid notch. Make sure the yoke part and the sleeve part should properly match. If you want, you can tack it. From the mid I started, mid to end of the armhole, again mid to end of the armhole. Make sure this line should match. Yoke and the sleeve part should get match. Don't stretch the armhole. It should meet. While cutting the pattern, you have to take care of all this. This part should meet. Another side of sleeve we are going to do. Now we completed attaching sleeve. Now after that we are going to do overlock, and we are going to make a top stitch, distance stitch at armhole. Then we are going to close the side seam. Now we are going to make a top stitch at a armhole part, overlocked. Now we iron the seam allowance towards your body side, and we are going to make a top stitch, distance stitch, 1/4 inch. So we made a distance stitch 1/4 inch, keeping the body seam allowance at body side, and we made a top stitch. Same way we are going to do at another side. Now we are going to close the side seam. Make sure the top stitch of either side armhole part. If you want, you can pin it or tack it. I'm going to make a rough tack so that the armhole part will get matched properly. Top stitch part. So we are going to stitch at 1/2 inch distance. Maintain the 1/2 inch seam allowance. After that we are going to overlock, then top stitch. So we have completed side seam of the shirt. See, we have to match this too. The top stitch should match properly. Now we're going to see collar attachment. We already saw the making of collar. Now we are going to attach with the neckline. Find the mid notch of the collar and back mid point, then shoulder point, same thing, shoulder point, notch it. First we are going to match right. We are going to tack this mid collar. We tack mid. Now we are going to tack the end of the placket. So if you do like this, we can adjust the neckline part. If you are stitching, sometimes it will get stretched, then the collar stand will come peep out. So for that reason we are attaching the end of the placket. Same way we're going to tack the end of the placket. Now we are going to stitch from the middle to the end tip of the stand part. The excess of the placket, after attaching we can cut it. Now we attach the neckline. We are going to close the collar. We are going to make a edge stitch. Now we are going to close the end part of the collar. Edge stitch. Now we are going to continue the stitch collar stand. Now we are going to close the collar. We are making edge stitch at the collar band. You can see the now again quarter-inch stitch. So we finished collar attachment. You can see first I made the edge stitch, then again full edge stitch, again quarter-inch stitch. Now we're going to see cuff attachment. After making overlock at side seam, keep the seam allowance towards a back side, facing back part of the shirt. Then we're going to make a top stitch with a distance of quarter-inch. You have to take care while doing in sleeves. So we made a top stitch at side seam. You can see quatrains top stitch at side seam. Same way we are going to do in another side. So we completed side seam, top stitch. Now we are going to attach cuff. Now we are going to attach cuff part. We already made the cuff. We saw cuff making. All three sides we closed. One side should be open. The hem should be there. One side raw edges should be there. This is right side of the cuff. This is wrong side of the sleeve. We have to match it like this manner. Then we are going to stitch with this. Same like collar, we are going to tack both end. Then whatever coming excess, we are going to give a pleat at a top placket. Starting from under placket, we are going to stitch. Whatever coming excess, we are going to give a pleat. We are going to close the M part of the cuff. Now I'm going to make a quarter-inch stitch, top stitch, according to the shape of the cuff. Now we are going to make a edge stitch. So we are finished cuff attaching the cuff. We kept wrong side and we turned at right side. So we'll get like this. We have to put buttons. Now we are going to close M final part. We have a shaped M. So what we are going to do, just we are going to make a edge stitch, folding this quarter inch, stitching next to the raw edges, keeping a stitch rail at a maximum. This is a dummy stitch, so that you will get the exact shape of your shirt, that M part. So we finish the stitch like this. You can see next to the raw edges I made a dummy stitch. Now we are going to fold and iron this according to the shape. Then we are going to make a edge stitch, so you'll get exact shape of your shirt bottom hem part. Now we are going to make the hem. We're going to close the hem part. We made already a dummy stitch. Now we are going to keep your stitch style at 2.5. We're going to make edge stitch. Off pannichega. Now we're going to make a edge stitch. Needle one stitch. So we completed hem part. After ironing we won't get the crease and all. Now we are going to see the men's trouser patterns, and we are going to trace in a fabric. We have traced front part, both front part, then pocket facing, then welt facing, then the zipper fly, slant pocket facing, welt pocket pieces. We have faced back part trouser, jet piece for zipper, front zipper jet piece. We are going to trace a waistband part. After tracing we are going to cut. Avoid the selvage part while tracing the pattern. Make the pattern parallel to the selvage. The grind line should match parallel to selvage. We get the shape for slant pocket. Slant shape at sides. Now we cutted the pocket back. Here we have a facing, pocket facing, slant pocket facing, slant shape facing. We are going to patch it and we are going to make a head stitch. Then this pocket bag we are going to attach right side, front side of your trouser. We cutted the two pocket bag. It should be in mirror image. Then facing also mirror image. We are going to fuse it. Paper fusing or that is oven fusing or non-oven. Anything we can use. I am going to use oven fusing canvas. Wrong side of the facing part. After facing we are going to fix with the pocket bag. Then this pocket bag we are going to attach front, right side front trouser part. Now we completed fusing for the facing. I used oven fusing canvas. If you're using hot fusing it should be minimum 1 centimeter less. So I used for two facing parts. Now we are going to patch it. Keeping the raw edges towards inside the fusing. We want if you iron, then we are going to make a head stitch here. Then after fixing the facing part, we are going to stitch with the front trouser part. Pocket back, then we are going to make a edge stitch. Make a top stitch, distance stitch, quarter inch. Along with that shape. So we got the slant shape. Now we are going to close a pocket bag. We are going to use a front seam. Front seam technique is wrong match. So wrong match. This is the right side of a pocket bag. I match wrong and wrong. Going to make a quarter inch stitch. So that the raw edge will secure inside. Maintain 2 mm fabric, rest you can trim it. Run this. Then quarter inch stitch. Now the raw edges, you can see if you make quarter inch stitch, the raw edges will go inside it won't show out. Front seam technique. So we completed slant pocket one side. You can make a dummy stitch so that the pocket bag won't move. Top side. Side pocket bag. So your pocket bag is ready. Stand pocket. Another side we are going to do same technique. Finish first pleats. Now we are going to attach pocket bag. Right side of your bag, right side of a trouser. Match this two. Then we're going to stitch. Give a clip here so that the shape will come out proper before till the stitch. Make sure don't cut the stitch. The seam allowance should be towards the pocket back side. It would be towards your pocket back side. Crease it, iron it, then make a top stitch, distance stitch. and the distance of quadrangle along with the slant shape. Pocket bag we are going to close using French seam technique. Now we are going to make So we have completed both side pockets. Now we are going to see the zipper part. Overlock work. We are going to do back part. First we are going to close the dart. Then we are going to fix the welt pocket. We are going to make a welt pocket, single welt and double welt. First dart closing. The dot pocket bag, we are going to do welt pocket. We have a pocket bag. We are going to fix with this back side, wrong side of the thing. We are going to fix so that it won't move. Stop and check. Now we are going to do single welt. We took two pieces, we fused, We completed dart. Then we attach pocket bag. Now right side of your trouser, right side of your belt piece. We made a V clip, both side 2.5 inches. So we are going to make a back tack. Start from this point, then end it. Again we are going to start the back tack and we are going to end it. So we fixed one piece, a back side of your pocket bag. We attach the strips, facing, welt facing. So back side is like this. Now we are going to make a V clip. Now we completed fixing the welt piece. Now we are going to make a V clip. We are going to draw a V shape inside the thing where we finish the back tack. We are going to make inside. We draw a inside V shape. Now we are going to make a clip here. After clipping, we turn the strips inside. Welt part, we put it inside. We are going to iron. You should not get any pleat or crease at sides. Now we are going to fold for a single welt. Make sure the down part of your facing, single belt facing, should cover entirely the mouth part. Then we made a V clip. This is the V clip. This part we are going to touch with the stitch with the lower part of a single belt. We are going to stitch with this. We are going to make a stitch here. Now we are going to press this. We should not get any pleat or this. We are going to make a edge stitch, all 4 sides. We completed welt pocket, welt we took. Now we are going to attach, we are going to patch with the pocket bag, the facing part. Make a edge stitch both sides. We are going to make a edge stitch all 4 sides after ironing. Off பண்ணிட்டேன் needle one. Second, urutna utlan second. Out. Now we completed edge stitch all 3 sides. Now we are going to close the pocket back. We are going to use the French seam method so that the raw edges will secure inside. This method will work out when the fabric is lightweight or medium weight. If it's heavy weight, it's very tough to handle. Top part should be left. All sides you have to close. Only this part we have to leave. Without stitching you have to leave. Rest all should be closed. We go to pull out this. Through the pocket back. The trouser is in and out. In out, we done in out. We are going to iron, then we are going to make quarter-inch stitch all 3 sides so that the raw edges will go inside. You don't get disturbed when you are inserting in pocket. After that we are going to make a ditch stitch inside so that only down part it will open, top part it won't. Now we are going to make a quarter-inch stitch in the pocket back. We make the top stitch quatrain stitch. Now we are going to make ditch stitch here. One Jenny. Okay, Jenny. We completed single welt pocket. Let's see. We made a ditch stitch so that only down part will be open, top part it won't get affected. If you want to put a flap, that time we can insert and we can make a ditch stitch. I'll show it in a double welt pocket. We are going to do zipper ply, right match, then the crotch point at front. This is a zipper ply, this is jet ply. So we've overlock. We are going to make a top stitch. Now we are going to close the crotch point. Check the whatever ply length plus half an inch above. We mark the point. We are going to stitch curve with the distance of half an inch. We are going to fix this. Before that we can clip so that it will be easy. After closing the crotch point, from here 1/4 inch below, make a clip. We started with the back tack, from there 1/4 inch down, so that will get easy. Now we attach the J ply. Make sure this seam allowance should be at the facing J side. We are going to make a edge stitch at the J ply. we have completed J-ply attachment. Now we are going to see jet ply. This is jet. We are going to fix the zipper with this zipper part. We overlock all three sides. We are fixing the jet shape and zipper. Next to overlock, make a edge stitch. We are folding an iron. After folding an iron, we are going to match with this. Make a distance fabric on the runner. We have to get minimum 1/4 inch distance so that the runner will run smoothly. If you stitch very closer, the runner will get disturbed. So make sure minimum 1/4 inch away from the teeth, zipper teeth. Align. We attach jet with the zipper. We fold and iron the trouser part, crotch part. We are going to make a edge stitch, keeping the 1/4 inch distance, maintaining the 1/4 inch distance so that the runner will get smooth running. If you want, you can use a single pressure foot also. We attach the ply and zipper along with the thing. Now we are going to make a dummy stitch. Keep your stitch style at maximum. அயன் பண்ணிக்கிறேன் சார், ஆஃப் பண்ணிட்டு. Make sure no pleat crease should be at crotch. So this is the dummy stitch. After attaching zipper with jet, we'll remove the stitch. This is a dummy stitch. We made a long stitch. We are going to attach zipper, another end of the zipper with the J part. So keep your stitch style again 2.5. Where it's fall, make sure stitch with that. Don't match improperly. So the zipper part is attached with the J shape. We are going to stitch a J shape at right side. If you want, you can keep a template. Varavela Jagan. So we gave a top stitch, J stitch. After that we are going to attach jet with J back tack with a distance of half an inch. Now we are going to do well pocket. First we close the dot. Then we are going to attach pocket back. Similar like single well pocket, we are going to stitch this. Then we are going to clip. We are going to fold equally. That is the difference of single and double welt. Now the facing, well pocket facing, we are going to fix right match. இதை நான் ஆஃப் பண்ணிவிடுறேன் ஒரு நிமிஷம். We made a wig clip. Now we are going to turn it inside, same like welt pocket. We are going to iron, but in welt pocket we ironed only down strip, whereas in this we are going to iron equally. That is the difference between single and double. We are going to fold equally so that the lip, this is called as slip pocket also. We are going to iron equally. You have to get equal, like that you have to iron, same like single welt. We are going to make a V tongue here, that is we made a V slash. We are going to stitch that. This is known as tongue part also. We are going to stitch that, then we are going to make a top stitch, then we are going to close the pocket back. Ironing equally, we are going to make a V tongue stitch so that we'll get equally. This stitch is very important. It will decide the shape of your welt pocket. Make sure no gap should be there. You should not get any pleat or something. You have to iron it properly. We are going to make a top stitch, edge stitch. We made a top stitch. After ironing, we are going to close the pocket back. We are going to attach facing. If you open the pocket, then the shell fabric will be shown. For that reason, we are attaching facing. We are going to patch the facing part. Either side edge stitch we are going to make. Same like front pocket, we are going to use French seam technique. In out the part from the pocket thing. We're going to make quatrain stitch pocket back. Top stitch the pocket back with a distance of quarter. Now we are going to close here ditch stitch. If you want to insert flap or something, this is the stage you can insert the flap. Then we can make a ditch stitch. So that only down part will be open, top side it will be closed. You can see the double welt is finished. Now we are going to join the side seam. Now we are going to join the crotch of the back part. With a distance of 1/2 inch. Then we are going to make a edge stitch. Keep your seam allowance towards your left side and make a edge stitch. So we completed back crotch and top stitch. Now we are going to attach front part. We are going to match front right side, back right side, front right side, back right side. We are going to close out seam. This is in seam. The seam which is coming under the crotch point is known as in seam. It's coming at side seam. This is known as out seam. So first we are going to close out seam. And coming to the pocket thing, we can give a back tag there. So that is for strengthening at pocket mouth part in slant pocket. Then you can continue stitch. We completed attaching the side seam of the thing. Now we are going to make a edge stitch, keeping your seam allowance towards facing back part. We completed attaching side and edge stitch. Same thing we are going to do another side. So we have completed out seam. Now we are going to do inseam. Before that, we are going to do a edge stitch at front crotch point. we are going to tack at a crotch point, so that this matching is very important, crotch point matching, so that it won't move. So just to make a tack, make sure this should meet properly. So we are going to start at the bottom of the trousers. We are going to end it with another end. So your 90% of trouser is finished. Now I'm going to fix a waistband with a loop. Now we are going to do waistband fusing. Width of the waistband 4 inch. We took the waistband fusing 1.5 inches. Leave half an inch on this side. Then you will get 1.5 this side. Fold this half an inch. First you fix this fusing, waistband fusing. After that fold this half an inch. Again fold this. You have to get more than half an inch. Waistband making we are going to see. Now we are going to do a loop. We took 3/4 inches width. So I got a strip like this. I am going to iron. The raw edges is going to secure inside. The selvage part will cover this. The selvage part will go inside, so the top part will be neat finish. So first we fold and iron this one thing. Again I am overlapping and ironing this. Then we are going to make a edge stitch either side. We are going to make a edge stitch either side for the loop attachment. We iron like this. We made one edge stitch. Again we are going to make one edge stitch for the loop. Maximum we can keep 3 inches. One loop we can keep 3.5. For attaching loop we can use bar tack machine also. You can use 6 loops, 5 loops, 6 loops according to the design. You can decide the number of loops. Now we are going to attach the waistband. Before that we are going to fix the loop. Loop from here we can keep 3.5 inches. I mark the position, and at the back crotch from here half an inch to 1 inch away we are going to mark this position also. 1 inch I kept. From this point to this point we will get one midpoint. There we are going to fix another waistband. Same way from here. Then from here 1 inch. Then midpoint. We are going to make a dummy stitch. So we fixed the loop. Now we're going to attach the waistband. Already. Now we are going to keep inside, that is your wrong side, we are going to match. Then we are going to stitch the crease line at the crease line part. If you want, you can mark it. So this pencil line will be the guideline. Now we are going to attach the waistband. This is your wrong side of your trouser. This is, we are going to attach inside, that is your wrong side, matching with the wrong side. Wrong and right is matched. We are going to stitch on the pencil mark line. Now we are going to close this. Before that, we are going to make a quatrain stitch. We are going to close this by giving the raw edges. The raw edges will go inside. Then we are going to make a edge stitch. Now we are going to stitch this using bar tack or a using SNL machine. We are going to fix the loop. We have to leave half an inch waistband width plus half an inch so that it will be easy to move the belts. Quarter to half an inch. And coming to the loop, we have to do again back tack so that in loop part will get more grip. Otherwise we can do a bar tack. So we finish waistband attachment. The pakan hattiri final is your M. M we are going to give off plus 1. So press open your seam allowance or turn it one side. I can keep one side because I made a edge stitch. Off first you iron, again you iron 1 inch. Then I am going to make a circular stitch, edge stitch in the bottom line. That's it. Finally we are going to do M. First I folded off an inch, again 1 inch. Then I am going to make a edge stitch. Finally we close the bottom M. You can see a edge stitch. So this is the way to close the bottom M of the trouser. Now we are going to see skirt. We are going to finish back dot because the length of the dot in a skirt at back will be longer. We have 4 dots. Now we are going to finish the front dart. We have 4 darts. What we done at the back side, same we are going to do at front side. We are going to close the dart. Now we finished right side of the skirt. This is a right side of a back skirt. We are going to join this together. Now we are going to close the side seam of scoop pocket. Scoop pocket is we have a shape like this, curve shape. We are going to fix at the side seam of the side of the skirt front part. We took same fabric. If your fabric is heavyweight like denim, corduroy, you have to take a proper pocket bag. So make a stitch. After this we are going to iron this, then edge stitch and quarter stitch. Then we are going to attach another piece of pocket bag. Now we are going to make a edge stitch, again quarter. So we made a pocket mouth, made a edge stitch and quarter distance stitch. Now we are going to patch the back side of the pocket bag. Now we are going to use a French seam. So we are going to close this. Again we are going to make a quarter inch stitch so that the raw edges inside the pocket bag will get covered. So we completed pocket bag. Now we're going to fix the position so that it won't move while attaching the waistband. Now we're going to close the side seam of the skirt. This side entirely we are going to close. This side for zipper we are going to leave 8 inch, 7 to 8 inches. Then we are going to close rest. After closing both sides, now we are going to attach waistband. Now we are going to attach waistband. We already fused whatever waistband width, double of this, either side half an inch. First we are going to close the M part at the distance of quarter. Same like cuff attachment, wrong side and right side of your waistband we are going to fix with the wrong side when we have to turn it at right side, so the grip of the waistband will be more. Now we are going to close with the edge stitch. So we have completed waistband attachment. Now we are going to fix the zipper. Now we are going to fix the conceal zipper. We used a special foot, conceal foot, single foot for conceal zipper attachment. This is a conceal zipper. Now we are going to fix with this. Match the crease line. We ironed already. Then this teeth. Fixed conceal zipper. This excess we can fold it and we can make a tag so it will secure in the waistband part. Now we are going to close the M part. We ironed half an inch, again 1 inch. We are going to make a edge stitch. this is the last part of the skirt. So we completed skirt with scoop pocket.